Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. So the day has finally come. The old 2-valve is back together. It went back together with a lot less problems this time than we had last year, and I'm extremely happy about it. I've already started the car. It's running really good. I'm going to take you guys around the car and show you how all the changes turned out and talk a little bit about it, and then going to go for a cruise. So it's all back together. No real big changes this year from last year. Looks a little different under the hood now with the powder coated parts. Once again, big shout out to Battleborn Coatings for the great work on that. Powder coated compressor housing looks really good right there, and then the dark color on the intake goes really good with the wrinkle black. So overall it looks really good under the hood. Put a new radiator in it because the old one was bulged out from lifting the head and overpressurizing the coolant system. So this one's actually a little bit smaller than the old one, which gave me a little bit more room over here for turbo clearance. Nothing else really under the hood. I did move my wiring harness to come out from the firewall right here, right behind the engine with a grommet, instead of back over there where that black plate is now. So I've got the firewall completely sealed off the way it's supposed to be. Nothing really different around the outside of the car. Everything's pretty much the same inside. I did get the carbon fiber Holley digital dash mount put in from Eddie Edwards, and then I went to like the carbon fiber look over here. Well, those are just sheet metal panels with carbon fiber stickers over them, but they look pretty good, so pretty happy with that. Nothing else has really changed on the inside. It's all about the same. And then obviously I got the fuel cell in the trunk, and I really like how much room there is under the back of the car now. I can get to the rear end really easily now, which is nice. I need to hook the anti-roll bar up or make shock changes or whatever. And then the big Holley VR2 fuel pump sitting right there, which is pretty quiet actually. You guys will hear it here in a minute. Car's pretty filthy right now. I haven't had a chance to wash it yet. The weather's getting pretty bad here, so I want to hurry up and get another cruise in with the brake-in oil. I've got the driven BR40 brake-in oil in it right now, so I got to get some miles on it and a couple of small pulls to help seat the rings. So let's get this thing started up and go for a cruise. So now that I got this arc panel in here, the key's kind of useless now. I just have to keep it in here so the steering column doesn't lock. So I start everything from up here. So I hit the ignition on button and turn my Holley on. And you could hear the fuel pump kick on just then. Not too loud considering how big it is. Got all my vitals up here on the Holley dash. And then don't forget to turn my water pump on and the power to my fan relay on before I start the car, and then come over here and hit the starter. Started right up. Sounds pretty good. My fuel level over here, trans temp right there, and then you can see the oil pressure and the coolant temp and the AFR up there on the upper right. So basically all the important things I need to see while I'm driving the car. get the tune dialed in. Other than that, it's running pretty good. So get this thing on the road and go sink these piston rings in. Just going for a little cruise. Doing street car stuff. Everything's looking pretty good so far. I did take the car out last night and cruise it around a little bit too. Coolant temp stays about 170 to 180 normally. If you're sitting in a stop, it'll get up to like 185. Fan kicks on, cools it down. It's got a lot of oil pressure. I think hot idle last night I was seeing like 35 psi of oil pressure. Get into the gas, it goes straight up to like 90 psi. Air fuels and everything look good, cruising, car feels good. Definitely kind of nerve-wracking driving it for the this thing spools the turbo very, very quick as you roll into the gas. And I mean, this isn't a little turbo. This is a big turbo for a 4.6 liter V8. It's a very big turbo. 96 millimeter turbine, T6 hot side. This car has no problem spooling it up though. It's pretty wild, you know. The way it's just pretty wild the way, you know, you think, you know, this turbo is way oversized for this combination. And yeah, it doesn't spool up instantly, but it doesn't take 10 years to spool it up. The transient response is pretty quick. Probably a lot of that has to do with the hot side, the way the hot side's built and everything else, but nonetheless it works good. Cruising down the road, car's running like 173 degree coolant temp, so that's good. We're cruising at 89 psi of oil pressure at like 2100 RPM or maybe 2300 RPM. And I mean, I can stab into the gas and like go straight up to like 92, 93 psi of oil pressure. Probably a byproduct of running that 40 weight oil. The last motor had some really, really loose main bearing clearances, and I had to run this heavyweight oil, so I may be able to go back down to a 30 weight with how good the oil pressure looks on this one. I did tighten the bearing clearances up a little bit, and as the aluminum block heats up and the oil heats up, it kind of, the oil's obviously going to thin out, and then the aluminum grows. So what that means is your main bearing clearances actually open up before the engine block gets on an aluminum block. That's why you build it with a little bit tighter clearances than you would an iron block on the main bearings. The main bearings are really what control your oil pressure. Get out here and make a quick little crack right here on the straightaway. Fingers crossed everything goes well. It's on wastegate, so it should make like 3 or 4 pounds of boost at most. Don't see any popos up here, so it should be alright. Oh, pretty good. Everything looks alright. Made a whopping 4 pounds of boost. Now we made 5, 6 there at the end. Spiked a little bit whenever I hit high gear and it loaded the motor up. But I think I went out to, looks like about 62, 6300 RPM that time. And I'm not going to go any higher in the RPM right now until I run through a couple of cycles of that. A lot of people say to start the motor and then immediately change the oil. Well, this break-in oil is pretty damn expensive. And so what I do now is to kind of keep the oil somewhat clean, because the problem is when you get all the assembly lube and like moly lube in the oil. So I try to wipe all the excess moly lube off my bolts after I torque them, and then I try to not get too crazy with the assembly lube, just to alleviate getting the oil contaminated with too much of that stuff. And I'm gonna run this oil through a few heat cycles to really get the benefits of it. Like everyone's in a hurry on the road today. Ain't that bum. Do another quick pull right here. gauges it correct. Here we go. Let's see if she'll still get on the brake. Yep. Still gets there. Alright, so back from the cruise, everything went pretty smooth. I did figure out, I just messed around with the settings for that trans temp, and I got it working right. I had the ranges too wide on it. I had it from 100 degrees to like 350 degrees, but that sensor only reads to 250. So I fixed that, and the actual trans temp was like 180 degrees, which isn't bad. So for those that were probably freaking out about that, it wasn't an issue. Anyways, gets on Transbrake good, sounds good. Super happy with it. Nothing's leaking. Everything looks good. Nothing popped off. Made 6 pounds of boost, and everything seems fine. So extremely happy. So that's gonna end the video for today, guys. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna be taking this thing out to the track here very soon. Make sure I didn't touch my screen there. Gonna get some passes on it. I'm gonna work up slowly this time. Start off low boost, replugs. Do all the right things, running the right fuel, obviously. So gonna set the car up for success this time, and hopefully not blow any head gaskets this year. That's all I got for now, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more content. I'll talk to y'all later.